Record whenever you're ready.
Oh man, come on. Hey guys, welcome back to Kemper Hill. Today we wanted to make a crunchy top pound cake that my friends found during COVID. It's gonna be a little bit different because the 1 cup whipping cream I needed, mine was bad, so I looked up online and I found one to make it, and it was 2/3 cup whole milk, and you put that in the microwave for 20 seconds, then pour it into a mason jar. Then you're going to get 5 tablespoons of butter, melt it completely all the way, then pour it into the mason jar, and then if you have a frother or something like that, blend it really well for 1 minute, and it makes 1 cup. So we're going to try it out and see. So the first thing that we're going to do today is I've got my pan, and I've already went and put the flour oil mixture together. You can use this type pan, or you can even use a bundt pan. It just depends on how you want it to look. Normally when I make multiples, I'll have all different types of pans when I make this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pour my 2 sticks, 1 cup butter in.
You get all that goody.
Nice and moist. All right, and then I'm going to add my 3 cups of sugar.
Diabetes.
It's so good. All right, we're going to lift that up, and then we're going to blend it together until it's nice and smooth. If I have it plugged in all the way, that'll work. So it's getting nice and mixed up in there, getting it nice and smooth. Then what we're going to do is I've got my 6 eggs already broken and put over here, along with my 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you'll add a little bit of the eggs at a time.
Ooh, I thought you had a bad egg, that brown stuff.
No, shut up. I don't know about y'all, but I like my duck eggs, and they actually laid a really pretty green egg earlier today. Normally they're white. Depending on my duck, sometimes I'll get even a charcoal looking color, even almost black, especially for my Cayuga ducks. All right, so that's looking nice and creamy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit at a time. And as you can see, the duck eggs, they are a lot more creamier. It will make your pound cakes really moist. And they're actually really good for you. They're better for you than chicken eggs are. Believe it or not, they have more protein in them. They're bigger. Now, granted, it took me a little bit at the beginning to work at it because they are a little bit harder to crack. And speed it up a little bit more. They are a little bit harder to crack when you're trying to break them. Now when I use a chicken egg, when I find one, I just about demolish it when I try to crack it hard. So we've got this going. It's looking really nice and smooth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start sifting in a little bit of our self-rising flour and a little bit of our mixture that we made to make homemade whipping cream. So I'm going to slow this down a little bit so I can pour it without making a mess everywhere, which is normal for me.
The making the mess is.
Yes. But
What make them so good?
Yeah, when you cook in the kitchen, you got to make messes. Oh, now it's looking like a good combination coming together, mixing that. And I set my oven for 300. And you have it so low so you can bake for 80 to 90 minutes, depending on your oven. And it comes out so nice. So when we get it finished out of the oven, we're going to let it completely cool before we ever remove it from the pan. So let's speed that up a little bit, make sure. All right, let me scrape some sides. I see some flour right there. Get all this down. And then it'll be almost ready for the pan. I love making desserts.
I like eating.
We have an ongoing joke around the house. My son Caleb and my husband Layman, they have decided that I only really cook twice a year, and that's Christmas and Thanksgiving. I go way overboard. You cannot see any single counter space. Even our rolling carts are completely filled with food. I even have one whole counter that's just desserts. And so the joke going around is that I only cook just twice a year. I do cook more than that. And it's fun when we get in there. Watch it now. It's fun when we get going in the kitchen and stuff. Now, when my kids are actually here, it's a lot of wisecracks and stuff with each other. Never a dull moment, as I like to say. And I love it. All right. Now I'm just going to pour this around. Oop, I don't go overboard. Oh, and it's looking so good. I can't wait to eat some.
You and me both.
I'll send some up to Alaska for Kim. She's been saying she's been wanting this recipe too.
We're going to hide it from her.
Although I've got to ask her, have you baked some of those soft molasses cookies yet? Now that I got you the recipe? All right. Now we're just going to shake it a little bit, level it, and I'm going to pop it in the oven. Like I said, 80 to 90 minutes on 300. All right. We will see you back when it's ready to pop out the oven. That looks good. Yep. Now we're going to pull it out and let it cool completely before we remove it from the pan. Looks nice and tasty. You can see the moistness from the butter. It's really good. I can't wait to get into it. All right, guys, it has cooled down. So I'm going to turn. Oh, that looks really good. looks real good. Oh, and I can't wait to get into this after you finish cooking supper, which looks awfully tasty over here. It's got some corn, some crowder peas, mashed potatoes, and some fried pork chops. Subscribe, like, and come on back to see our next adventure. See you then on Kemper Hill. Bye.